On our West Coast tour, we camped at Groenriviermond, which is the most southern part of the coastal area of the Namaqua National Park. We decided to do one-day trip up to Hondeklip Bay and stopped at quite a few of the camping sites on this side of the road. This is the Namaqua flower camp that is only seasonal, so they only camp in August and September on those, and it's a bit of a glamping thing. You get your meals and stuff like that and get driven around, and so the road is quite sandy with deep sand patches at some places, so you definitely need a 4x4 to travel this road. It took us approximately 2.5 hours to travel up to Hondeklip Bay. We did stop quite a few times at the seal colony especially. There are hundreds and hundreds of seals lying on the rocks, and it smells horrific. From there we traveled up and stopped at one of the other mouths at the Shipwrecks mouth, and then at the caves also. It is quite a scenic route to travel due to the flowers that's in season. There are a few wooden walkways to go down to the beach on. The caves are quite interesting. You can climb up onto the into the caves, and we had some coffee there by the side of the road and in the cave. We did upset quite a few of the birds that was staying in the caves. The park is kept very clean, and there's quite a few picnic areas that you can use, even braai facilities. There's no water, so you have to take all your water and food with. And please take all your rubbish back with you. It's amazing how many birds are found in the park, even though there's not a lot of water in the park. There you have the view from the caves. Camping in the park is only allowed on the designated areas. However, if you go out on the southern part of the park, there are quite a few wild camping areas. We carried on traveling on the road towards Hondeklip Bay, and into Hondeklip Bay. It's quite an interesting west coast little town with not a lot of things to do there, but in season the restaurants are quite busy, and the food wasn't too bad at all. there's a diamond wreck inside the harbour on the one side, rusting, lying in rust. This is also a seasonal restaurant where we ate. We had some crayfish and some other seafood. The wind was blowing quite strongly outside, but inside was quite comfortable. After that, we visited the Arestas shipwreck, where a drunken captain led the ship to go on the rocks. It's just one heap of rust lying there, and it will probably be gone in a few years' time. We travelled back from Hondeklipbay to Groenriviermond, where we were camping, and we entered the northern gate and travelled. It took us about 2 hours to travel back to the southern gate. We were a bit late, but the people knew we were coming, so they waited for us at the southern gates. These people are extremely friendly and helpful and supportive, and somebody was stuck with a flat tire, and they even came to help him. So back at the camp, we just took a quick shower before the sun sets completely. And yeah, the road that we took back also had lots of sandy patches, so you definitely need a 4x4 to travel this road. You are going to get stuck in a 2x4 in some of these thick patches. But then again, just deflate the tires and make sure you have a spade with you. So the sunsets are amazing on the west coast. The wind sometimes is a problem, but not, you can tolerate it just for the view. Next evening we had a nice potjie.